It's the morning weather briefing. This is for Tuesday, the 7th of January. I'm James Spann. Very cold for the rest of this week, and the focus is on Friday, where the northern half of the state could see a wintry mix of messy precipitation. All the new data is in. We'll take a look at it together. We'll take it day by day. Let's begin today. This is the current upper air look across the country. We have troughing over the eastern third of the country, and that has settled in that cold air. We're basically in between storm systems. The radar pretty quiet around the nation early this morning. You know, these numbers have not changed in basically, 20 hours. Upper 20s and low 30s statewide. We've still got clouds in place this morning. Mobile even below freezing, 31. Dothan at 30. We do expect clearing today, and temperatures will ease up toward 40 for North Alabama this afternoon, mid-40s for the southern counties of the state. So to the west, there is a winter storm watch in effect now for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. And that's the system that will impact Alabama on Friday. The winter storm watch includes places like Dallas-Fort Worth, Shreveport, and Little Rock. And look for those watches to be expanded eastward tomorrow. But again, for now, no watches or warnings for Alabama. Obviously, with cold air in place, we have no risk of any severe thunderstorms anytime soon. Tomorrow, there could be some thunder for parts of South Texas. And the same thing on day 3, which is Thursday. No severe storms, maybe some thunder with that new storm system. Here's a look at the precipitation for the next 7 days. And, of course, for Alabama, the bulk of this will be Friday. For South Alabama, Mobile and Southwest Alabama getting about 1 inch of rain. For the northern third of the state, you can see 0.4 of an inch for the Tennessee Valley. A lot of that will be in the form of snow, sleet, or freezing rain. So let's take it, again, one day at a time with modeling here. Model fans, the GFS, this is the 06Z run. The upper air look, this is this afternoon at 3. And you see the big trough over the southwest United States out there towards San Diego and Phoenix. That's the one that will bring that chance of wintry precipitation in here on Friday. So it's getting into the American upper air network. And as that happens, the confidence in the Friday forecast will be increasing. But today, cold and dry, the sky clearing. Highs in most spots 40 to 45. Tomorrow, cold and dry. We start the day in the 20s. The high will be again upper 30s and low to mid 40s. This is Thursday. Thursday morning is going to be cold. We will see many spots in the teens over the northern half of the state. In fact, the National Blend of Models is spitting out 19 for Birmingham, mid-teens for Huntsville. And that's one thing to consider as this winter storm approaches. The infrastructure will be very cold. So the system breaks out with snow for North Texas and parts of southeast Oklahoma and southwest Arkansas. And then that messy system comes in here on Friday. Got a surface low that's near Pensacola. That's one of the key things to watch is the exact track of the surface low. And that will determine to a large extent who gets what. So, number one, will it be cold Friday morning? Yes. These are the temperatures coming off the 12-kilometer NAM. And we note Friday morning, temperatures are at freezing all the way down into Lee County, down toward Auburn, Opelika. So this is what the radar could look like Friday morning at 6 o'clock. And again, as you look at this map, and first off, this is coming off the 12-kilometer NAM. We're not quite within range of those really good 3-kilometer models yet. That's a 60-hour window, but still, this is a pretty good look. So the blue, that would be snow. And if this verifies, and understand, I wrote this last night, I've said it many times over the years, all models are wrong. Some are useful. And this is just a useful guideline Friday morning at 6 o'clock. This would suggest it would be snowing at Birmingham, Jasper, Fayette, Hamilton, Haleyville. Then the pink, that's freezing rain. It's raining. It's liquid, but temperatures are at or below freezing, and that could lead to some ice accumulation. And the one thing we'll have to consider, maybe some light bridge icing potential as far south as Auburn, maybe even Eufaula. And then the green, that's just rain. So this is 12 noon on Friday. And again, we should have warm air advection, warm air coming up from the south. And I say warm, that's relatively speaking. We'll be in the 30s all day, but temperatures creeping above freezing. And if this would be correct at noon, we'd have a cold rain falling at Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, freezing rain just north of Birmingham over toward Anniston, down toward Roanoke, and then snow continues over the Tennessee Valley, widespread snow. And again, this is out 84 hours. This is the end of the NAM run, so we'll go to the GFS at 6 o'clock, and this is suggesting there could be a changeover to rain for the Tennessee Valley, but it could conceivably snow for much of the event for the Shoals, Athens, Huntsville, Scottsboro, and Decatur. So the dreaded snow maps, I'm not a big fan of these things, but just to look at it, this is the European, and the numbers are probably a little too aggressive here. This is spitting out 5 inches for Birmingham. This is the GFS. It's a little farther north, and it's got 2, 3, 4 inches over the northern third of the state. And I think this is the better approach. This is a ensemble type approach, the national blend of models. And it's more conservative, and I think that's probably the best solution at this point. And again, in fact, let me just show you kind of what we've drawn up here based on the national blend of models. And this is conservative. Listen, this can and probably will change. When we talk tomorrow morning and Thursday morning, this could look a lot different. But I think based on the NBM, the potential for the northern quarter of the state, that would be north of US 278, Hamilton, Cullman, Gadsden, north, 2 to 3 inches, and then for Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, 1/2 to 1 inch. But remember, there's going to be some freezing rain in the mix here too, especially for that Interstate 20 corridor. And again, this is the ice potential coming off the national blend of models. And so in addition to light snow and light freezing rain, that certainly could lead to some bridge icing along Interstate 20. And maybe, understand, this could begin as some freezing rain as far south as Interstate 85 from Montgomery over to Auburn, Opelika. It won't last long, but there could be some early morning issues there. But you know my favorite product, it's this one. And it's not pretty, it's not, the consultants don't like this, but hey, this isn't TV, this is the real stuff here. So this is the snow plume coming off the European ensemble. You got 51 lines here representing the 51 members, 50 members of the ensemble, the control. And this shows the range of possibilities. And you got quite a smorgasbord here, but this is for Birmingham, but really what the ensemble is telling us here is that there's a decent chance there might be some snow accumulation at Birmingham as far south as Birmingham. In fact, the mean of the ensemble members, it's the green line on that chart. And it's a little over 3 inches for Birmingham. And with the cold infrastructure and snow cover to the north, the air coming over the snow cover, that's very conceivable. So instead of forecasting 1/2 to 1 inch for Birmingham, we might be bumping the number up, if anything. But of course, you've also got some members that show hardly any snow. But that's just the range of possibilities. The highest outlier is 8 inches for Birmingham. That's the boom value. And we're not forecasting that. The bust is a trace, and the truth is somewhere in between. But the bottom line is this. Inevitably, we're going to have some icy travel on Friday morning. Most likely, the greatest chance of icy travel is north of a line from near Mountville to Calera over to Roanoke. But understand, there could be a brief window for some icy travel as far south as Interstate 85, Montgomery over to Tuskegee, Auburn, and Opelika. And we'll be, again, watching the data and adjusting that forecast as need be. Then the following day on Saturday, just cold, with chance of flurries or snow showers, much like the weather we saw yesterday, conversational snow. And then on Sunday, we're cold and dry. We start the day down in the teens and 20s. The high Sunday will be in the 40s. Monday, we're dry, and this is a week from today. Tuesday, the 14th, the zonal flow, and once again, we're dry, and the next wave is shunted down to the south. Let's go out 10 days. This is Thursday, the 16th. Again, a zonal flow, and again, we're dry. So it looks like next week looks dry with lows mostly in the 20s and highs mostly in the 40s. In fact, here's a look at the Numbers coming off the national blend of models. This is for Birmingham. Your number could vary. Notice the highs in the mid to upper 30s on Friday and Saturday. And then next week, again, 40s and 20s. And the latest long-range guidance, this is for January 14th through January 20th. Temperatures, again, in the blue, meaning below average here. So yesterday, I went up to Haleyville, and this is the dash cam video coming from our storm chaser. And how about that snow shower? And again, we call it conversational snow. We had no travel impact, but no issues at all. But when there's one flake of snow flying, everybody is going to get out there and look at it and talk about it and, have control panic here. But again, there was no impact at all statewide. But the kids loved it. This maybe is not the greatest snow in the world in the fact that it didn't accumulate, but still, the kids that were able to get outside loved it. Even the little this guy liked it. I think he liked it a lot. But you got to catch a snowflake on your tongue. And we even had some teachers doing a snow dance. Come on now, I like it. This is Warrior Elementary School. Yeah, you just got to get out there and do what you can do. And then we actually had enough to make a little snowman here. That might be the best little snowman I saw yesterday. And you know the deal. This is how you get that shout out on these videos here. So once again, if you're just joining us, we have potential for a wintry mix. Freezing rain, some sleet, and some snow over North Alabama Friday. The better chance of the really good snow accumulation, the Tennessee Valley, North Alabama. And again, trust me, these numbers will probably change. But at the moment, we're looking at potential for 2 to 3 inches up over the Tennessee Valley. Lighter amounts to the south, and there could be some freezing rain in the mix Friday. And again, we'll be watching for potential early Friday morning. There could be a little bridge icing as far south as Auburn, Opelika, maybe even Eufaula. And again, what happens is evaporative cooling is at the onset of these type of events. And initially, the precipitation falls into a drier layer, and you get some evaporation, which is a cooling process, and that can bring temperatures down lower than what these models are forecasting. So, and again, listen, we all know our skill set is limited with these winter storms here, but we're just giving you the best we can do right now. Just remember, this will probably change, and it's kind of like tropical systems. When you're working with old information, you're working with bad information, so just keep up with the changes over the next few days. So today, headed up to Lexington, home of the Golden Bears. Yeah, up in the Tennessee Valley, Lauderdale County. You'll see the kids at the school there. And then tomorrow, let's see, it looks like I've got a pre-K group in Hoover, then Gwynn Elementary in Hoover. And then Thursday, I will be at Advent Episcopal Day School in Birmingham. And then Friday, I'm not so sure we'll be doing anything outside of the TV station. We'll be battening down the hatches for the snow and ice event. So that'll do it this morning. Thanks a lot for watching. The next video posted here by about 2:45 this afternoon. We'll have notes over on the blog, AlabamaWX.com. And don't forget to join us on the television side, ABC 3340 News this evening at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.